In this step, we'll create the model of our terrain. So let's get started. As you see here, I'm using Word Creator, and you can achieve the same result within other software like Gaia or ZBrush. So to proceed, go to the area, to the scene tab, and in the environment sub-tab, check the fog so we can see clearly our terrain, and in the general you can change the soil depth to the minimal value. Those tweaks are optional, so you can skip them. Now it's time to shape our terrain for our need. In the base tab, as you can see, the terrain size is 2K, and change it to 16K. After that, move your terrain to the center of the viewports and check the custom base shape and edit shape, and within the selection tools, choose the rectangle one. This is a powerful feature inside the Word Creator for shaping our terrain in a few minutes. So adjust the length of the selection tool and have fun. Hold the left click button so you can move down the markers and of course the terrain follow. Okay, that's good. So far so good. The second thing is to add some filter for our terrain. This is how Word Creator works. The first step is to create the base shape and then adding some filtering for our terrain. As you can see, Word Creator have a lot of different filters. We're going to using some of them. The first one is under General and the Invert Height, which will allow us to have a flat area in the top of our terrain. Go to the level strength step 1 and adjust it to maybe to around 60, 64 and hit add. Now it's time to add the second filter, which is under Canyon and called Canyon Sand Covered. Adjust it to what you like and have fun. Time to add some erosion to our terrain for having some final touch. So add some erosion and tweak some parameters, and that's it. This is not a science. You can experiment with a lot of different parameters inside World Creator and have your own terrain. So let's get on. Okay, this is the phase of texturing. It's not the final texturing model because for the final texturing we will use the Foundry Mari and Substance Painter. Here we'll use Word Creator for creating a splat map for helping us in the texturing phase. So let's do it. In the texturing tab we'll add the first reference material and we'll use a rocky material, and on top of that we will use the sand one. Now worry about the looking of our terrain because it's only a reference. So as you can see, the rocky material is applied in all area of our terrain. Now it's time to add the second texturing layer, reference layer, and we'll use the sand material. For this material we should change some parameters, as in the texture distribution properties, the cavity, we should change it to a concave. To summarize, there are 3 parameters I've changed it. The first one is the cavity, second one is the width of the material, third one is the height. And let's get on. This will conclude our texturing inside Word Creator. As I said before, this is only a reference and not the final texturing phase. So, we're ready to go, I think, but the last trick before exporting our terrain from Word Creator is to appraise our terrain. So in the base tab, change the precision to 1 meter. And that's it, ready to export. Last thing and not the least is to export our terrain as a height map to use inside other software. So inside the export tab in the surface, we will choose formats as a TIFF and 32 bits float and hit export. The second, after that we should export our terrain as an OBJ. So not forget to check the quads, and in the select resolution change it to 8th. Finally, inside the textures we should export our splat map. So under the textures tab, check the two materials and hit export.